sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder.
What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this revisiting of the C Murder called Bossalinie. Y'all should know who C Murder is by now. I did reviews of his The Life or Death and Bossalinie. I had both of those reviews back some years back, but this right here is the revisiting of it. So y'all should know I was a little anticipated for this album when it came out back in 1999. This one, what you're looking at is the clean version, all right? And I know some people may not like clean versions, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. I didn't like it at first, but then now that I'm older, I guess I'm starting to appreciate it a little bit in some sense. With that being said, this is the real CD. I got this for, it was kind of expensive, but I managed to get it, you know what I'm saying? Remember when he had these shoes? Anyway, y'all already know the producers was beat by the pound. Y'all, I don't need to go into who all consists of. And then the features, I'll go along with the songs when I say it. I mean, you can see it right here. So the features are all right here. So let's go with the songs now. Let me zoom it in. Should be able to see that. All right, so the first one is just an intro, some pianos playing that stuff. And then the second one is called Ghetto Boy. This features Mac and Kane and Abel.
Just a little ghetto boy.
It starts off pretty cool, and you know, they just presenting themselves on how ghetto they are and all that stuff. C Murder comes through with a pretty decent verse. Mac comes through with a pretty nice verse.
Ghetto rides, ghetto walls, ghetto food, got ghetto ways. I guess I'm just a ghetto star. I still hang on the set from time to time.
And then Kane and Abel do, you know, the rap back and forth deal. The hook is pretty simple, the beat is pretty good, but then at the end it's funny, man. They talking about how ghetto they are. They talking about how
I'm ghetto like baby powder on your chest. I'm ghetto like catching a whooping in the grocery store. Like a
and also it kind of makes you appreciate the lifestyle of the ghetto. But now that I'm older, I kind of wish I didn't grew up in the ghetto, if that makes sense. But I do appreciate the fact that I did. But overall, this is a pretty nice track for C Murder. The next one is called Like a Jungle.
Life's getting taken faster than the egg leave a womb. Consider me in danger cause I know I'm dying soon. 25 years incarceration.
Now I love this joint right here. I remember when I first heard this song, I already knew it was going to be a single. Y'all already know it's an official video for this song. He dropped some really serious verses, really laid back beat and all that good stuff, man. And honestly, he just talking about some real stuff, man. Again, this is what C Murder is known for.
Black leaders getting struck down at they peak. Open your eyes, that unliberated shit is weak. And throw them up if you are so.
He does really nice. This is probably one of the better tracks off of the album, to be honest. The next one is called Gangsta Walk. This features Snoop Dogg. This track is pretty nice. It's a nice little track. C drops a pretty good verse. Snoop did pretty nice with his.
Ain't nothing but a day. Suddenly I see some that I don't like. Ripped out, flipped out, they dipped out.
Honestly, like, I'm not a fan of Snoop like that, but for those that like Snoop raps, I guess you would dig his verse. And then C Murder comes through again with a nice verse, and I love the beat though. The beat goes in.
To the clubs, to the niggas selling drugs, I'm the G and gangsta.
This is a really nice track though at the end of the day. The next one is Livin Legend. This features Master P.
I wanna be a living legend. Will you let me? I wanna be a living legend. Will it sweat me pain like a president?
It's pretty solid. I guess if you listen to it some more, you'll really like the track. C Murder drops a pretty solid verse. P comes through a little hype with his, you know, when he start rapping.
Don't hate me for planting the seeds. C Murder got the hits, I got the Hennessy and weed. We only robbing ghetto styles and legends like big bodies.
I would say the song gets better the more you listen to it. And then the piano sound in the background is from a symphony. I don't know for sure where it's from, but I know I heard that tune before. The next one is called Money Talks. This features Fiend and Silkk. And this is a pretty nice track. Silkk starts the track off really nice with a pretty good verse. Y'all know how he does with the way he raps and all that good stuff. C Murder drops a really dope verse. Probably one of my favorite C Murder verses, man. He goes in with his. Fiend, he drops a really tight verse. I never really heard Fiend drops a whack verse. I never heard it. You know what I'm saying? The song is pretty good. It's not bad though. It's listenable. I'll put it like that. Streets Keep Callin. This features Daz on the hook and perhaps Monica, the singer.
Every time I try to leave this game, these streets keep on calling me.
It's a different type of track. When I heard it, it took me a while to get used to the tempo, you know what I'm saying? And then C Murder drops a really nice verse.
Future selling dope, only few make it out. For a ghetto like me, got too many goals in my mouth. I can't get a job. Ain't no.
And he's pretty much saying that the streets keep calling to get him back in there and all that stuff. Like I said, I think you will like it, especially if it's more on a personal level for you. But I think Monica sings the hook. She's just not credited as far as I know. Ghetto Millionaire. This features Nate Dogg, may he rest in peace, Kurupt, and Snoop Dogg. This right here is a really dope track, man. The beat goes in and Nate Dogg sings the hook. And I love when he keeps saying, I mean, he goes, Nate Dogg was the king of hooks. If you had Nate Dogg on a hook, I guarantee there's going to be a hit. Real talk, man. But anyway, C Murder drops a really dope verse. Kurupt rolls with a nice verse.
Got a couple birds locked up in the stash. The snitches spreading through the hood like rash. You ain't like what I do with it all.
And then Snoop does pretty good with his. This is one of my personal favorites. I mean, like I said, that beat goes in, man. I would love to get the instrumental for this song right here. It honestly, if you don't like this track right here, I really don't know what to say. Lord Help Us. This features Rico.
Never forget the situation I was put in. So, at the end of every time.
This is one of those tracks that I didn't like at first, but now that I'm older, I can kind of understand what C Murder went through and many others. This to me, this seems like a song that you can actually play in church. And I know people might be like, really, what? But yeah, I mean, the hook is really church-like. Then the name of the song is called Lord Help Us. So, I mean, but C Murder raps some personal issues that's going on and all that stuff.
You're the only man that could judge me, so please guide me in the right direction. And why can't I put this gun up and use my Bible for protection? And it's
like I said, I think this song is for the churches, man. I think you can actually play this and not be disappointed with it. The next one is called On My Enemies.
When we ride on our enemies. When we ride on our enemies.
This is pretty much a tribute to Tupac. If you listen to it, you can tell that C Murder is rapping similar the way Tupac raps.
My wrong fools making songs trying to sound like us. Must be going on that hell wrong in the South I trust. Till them out I bust, then they die.
You know, I was in the YouTube, you know, looking in the comments and people talking about he trying to sound like Tupac and all that. And I'm like, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said it's a tribute to Tupac.
Rest in peace, Tupac Shakur, one of the realest, most.
You know what I mean? So anyway, the song is pretty nice though. Is not bad. If y'all is familiar with Tupac and the way he raps, I think you would definitely like this cut. The next one is called Freedom. This features Anita and Porsha.
Freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom.
This is a nice track here. This song hits more now that C Murder is locked up. I'm sure that he probably think about this song sometimes while he's locked up. And honestly, I guess the saying is you don't appreciate what you have until it's too late. This song is pretty nice. It's kind of like a motivational track.
Chaining on your legendary dreams and stay. Make $1 million move with minute platinum plaques. Negotiate your freedom.
And I know that song is from, they got it from another song. I think it's called Freedom too. I don't know. The next one is called Lil Niggas. This features Master P.
Just another lil nigga. This one for my lil niggas. Just another lil nigga. This one for my lil niggas. Just another lil nigga. This one for my.
This track is pretty underrated, man. I don't think a lot of people listen to this song because of the title. But when I listen to it, I mean, that track went in, man. It didn't go hard. Master P starts it off with a pretty good verse.
They showed this picture on the news with a mouth full of doors, and they showed the cup with a couple of hoes. I couldn't believe what I see, my little.
And then C Murder does with a dope verse as well. And I like that little opera sound in the background as the beat goes in.
My nigga Keno on the beat.
This is actually one of my personal favorites off of the album. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people really listen to this track like that, but I dig it. Murder and Daz. This features Daz Dillinger, or you can just say Daz.
Hey, yo, yo, hey, yo, yo. My niggas wanna try to fuck with this, man.
The track is on point though, man. I love that beat. And then Daz starts it off with a dope verse.
Things as a youngster, grew up with killers and drug niggas, the cowards and Bustas, seeing it all a mile away for so long straight. With all
and the hook is really catchy, and then C Murder drops a really dope verse, man. This, I kind of would put this with one of my personal favorites off of the album. I mean, that track goes in, man.
Society that made me into a villain, and I'm willing to execute another killing, cause I dwell with them cutthroats and alcoholics.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Daz produced the track. I think now. I could be wrong. But that beat goes in. I love this one. The next one is called I Remember. This features Porsha and Magic. May he rest in peace.
I remember in the days how we used to dream.
I remember.
Nowadays my life just ain't.
This track goes in, man. I really like this song right here. I love the way Porsha sings. I feel like she could have really be a great singer. I think she was supposed to have a solo album came out, but I don't know, or at least under No Limit Records, and I guess it never happened. Maybe she got some unreleased songs that we never heard before. We never know. But anyway, C Murder drops a really nice verse, and then Magic comes through and drops a really nice verse.
Straight to the streets where I learned the game. Me and my niggas rushing home where we stashed our cane. I went from student to dope dealer, hanging out with.
The beat is nice, and again, I have to say, I love that hook, man. Porsha did a really good job with the hook, man.
Nowadays my life just ain't the same. I remember in the days how we.
I catch myself singing it every once in a while too. So, but anyway, I think this is a track that y'all would definitely appreciate. The next one is called Where We Wanna, and this features Goodie Mob.
How you wanna talk? Hang where you wanna hang. Play like you wanna play. My best murder man. Talk how you wanna talk. Hang where you wanna.
Now, if y'all remember about what I said about Goodie Mob, I'm not really a big fan of their music. Although I did try to listen to one of their albums, I might give it another listen, just because I don't want to make it seem like I don't like the music. So I'll give it another listen. The beat is nice. They all drop some pretty solid verses. C Murder rolls in with a nice verse. And then when I hear CeeLo raps, I'm like,
Pull your ass on the show, baby, pay you dead. I'ma let C Murder make a t-shirt wear. I'm a bad hot enough to make the cut.
I don't know. Maybe it's his voice that. But anyway, Big Gip, he to me, he's probably one of the best. He's probably the best member in the group. This is my opinion. So, but anyway, this is a solid track though. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm not. Again, maybe I have to listen to. Maybe someone need to suggest what album I should listen to with Goodie Mob, because I don't know. I'm really trying. The next one is called Still Making Moves, and this features Moby Dick and Master P. Now, if y'all remember, I love the first version, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a re-upload of the C Murder Life or Death I have. So I'll do that in the near future and tell you more about it. I love the first version of Making Moves. This one is pretty straight though. C Murder does pretty well with his verse.
I told you niggas last year, don't play no game. Got the most hated niggas out there calling my name. Went from sticking the stoves to the sellout.
And then Master P is hype on his verse. And then Moby does nice on the hook, but I kind of feel like it fell a little short because I don't know, it's something missing on this track. Like the first one I was loving, you know what I'm saying? But this one is, I just felt like something was missing from this song. It's still straight though. The next one is called Can't Hold Me Back. This features QB, and QB only raps on here.
Hold me back. On the real niggas feel this. Bitch niggas can't feel this. You can't hold me back. On the real niggas feel.
This track is really nice, man. QB does well with his verse. And I really wish a solo album of his had dropped under No Limit Records, because QB did really good with this track, man. The beat is nice. And I can probably put this as one of my personal favorites.
Was on life or debt. It's hard to maintain in this game, but I still cop as much respect. I waited a long line with no wit. I didn't pick them no cat.
Ride on the Bustas. This features Magic and Mr. Serv-On.
Real nigga, we ride on them busters and some real niggas. Screaming, fuck them motherfuckers, real niggas.
Oh man, this is an amazing track from C Murder, man. This is definitely one of my personal favorites off of the album. I mean, C Murder drops a really dope verse.
Drop top 6, all black with them black tints. I got them niggas pushing crank like a Mac 10, $1 short.
And then Magic drops a really dope one as well. And then Mr. Serv-On, he does pretty solid. I know people may not like Serv when he raps, like when he was rapping a little offbeat.
You think I got this motherfucking tank by signing the contract? No. Bitch, you better get your motherfucking mind right. That's how the fuck I act. I was riding on niggas' block.
He doesn't mess up the song, because this track here is banging. I may say this is a classic track from C Murder, man. They went in on this. If you don't like this song, I don't know what else to tell you. And then the last one is called Closing Down Shop. This features Soulja Slim, may he rest in peace, and also Magic.
I'm closing down shop, so clientele stop knocking at my door. Fuck no, I don't have no more dealers not being sold.
Now this is a pretty nice track here. I do kind of like the hook. Soulja Slim does the hook, and then he also raps first with a pretty decent verse.
Running for the smack, in the shit I got raw. Don't you be a dog, this deal it might bust your heart. And the niggas that I get it from supplies to city.
And then C Murder goes in with a nice verse. And then Magic, he raps last, and then he almost kind of sound like Mystical.
I rumble in the jungle with the fiercest beats, and I climb the biggest mountain with the highest peaks, and I swim the biggest ocean with the biggest fucking fish.
Hint that goes that Mystical is not even on his album. I guess he probably left shortly or something. I don't know. Overall, this is a pretty solid track from C Murder.
Got no time for no wrestling, got no time for no tussling. Shut it down.
So, that's all the songs that I revisit for this album. Now, I'm not sure what the rating I gave on the last review, on the review of this album, but I'm gonna give it a rating again. So out of a 10, I would give this a solid 8.5. C Murder does really good. I would say an 8.75 out of 10. C Murder does really good with the tracks. The only downfall of it is it's a lot of tracks, man. It's like 28 tracks. And I think it's not even that much actual songs on there, you know. But the productions overall was pretty good. some people may say this is better than Life or Death. To some extent, I can agree, but Life or Death will always remain in my heart, man, because to me, it's more of a darker album. This one is more hyper and West Coast like. And I think at this point, I think C Murder was trying to expand, you know, his features. You know what I'm saying? Hence why he had a lot of other cats from the West Coast and from other regions too. So with that being said, I guess if you like more of a West Coast feel, then you would dig this album more than Life or Death. But like I said, Life or Death just remains in my heart. I remember when it first came out, it really hit me dearly, but I'll speak more on that on the next review of the Life or Death that I'll do. So that's it. Shout out to C Murder for this album. Free C Murder, by the way. You know, I don't want to keep stressing, you know, about him being locked up, but with that being said, that's it. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right, peace out, guys.